Finals competition. This could seal it! Wouldn't you know it? Unbelievable!
The celebrations, there they are.
Oh! Talk about a grandstand finish!
Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The fairy tale is complete. The Central Coast Mariners, champions of Australia.
Hello, I'm James Dodd and welcome to the Isuzu UTE A-League highlights show. Before the final series could officially get underway, there was the small matter of a premiership decider between Central Coast Mariners and Adelaide United at Industry Group Stadium. With the match initially postponed from round 25, the Mariners came into the standalone contest knowing a draw or better against the Reds would be enough to see them clinch the Premier's plate for the first time in 12 years, and they got off to a fantastic start. Local boy Jacob Farrell opening the scoring in the 38th minute before Mariners Player of the Year Max Ballard sealed the deal in the second half as a 2-0 win saw Central Coast Mariners lift the Premier's plate in the pouring rain, completing the first part of what they hope will be a Premiership, AFC Cup and Championship treble this season. And so to the final series now, and the first elimination final took place at Allianz Stadium on Saturday evening, where 4th place Sydney FC hosted 5th placed Macarthur. Mile Stajovski's Bulls have beaten the Sky Blues in each of their last 3 matches, whilst also keeping a clean sheet in all 3 encounters, but Ufuk Talay's Sydney FC would fancy their chances of getting the job done at Allianz Stadium, given they're unbeaten in their last 7 clashes on home soil. Your match commentators at Allianz Stadium are Andy Harper and Robbie Thompson.
Germain over the top for Jed Drew. Rodwell covering well, got the nod over Jake Girdwood-Reich, who's been there all season. Smith's ball comfortably cut out. Here's Caceres again looking for Mack, who's been amongst the goals recently. He's got Corey Holman charging up with him. Robbie Mack, look out, it's a brilliant run, it's a brilliant finish. Sydney open the scoring. Sydney translate their excellent start to another opening goal this season. They lead Macarthur by 1-0.
Well, it's a start to the game, capped off on the Harvey Norman replay by a brilliant run. Good ball, Robbie Mack. It's a Robbie Mack. It's a great finish from Robbie Mack. You have to say, the Bulls defender Tommy Smith, he turned like milk there, Robbie. The goal opens up. Mack is too good to miss from there. Here's the 1v1. It turned into no contest at all. And Sydney capping off a great start to the game with a telling finish from Robbie Mack.
In fact, red cards, you may have gathered, have been something of a theme. Joe Lolly was sent off last season. Between these two, here's Caceres. But Mack just couldn't take it in his stride. It's offside again anyway. The referee blows the whistle, so there's no advantage to be played. In fact, 6 of the 9 A-League matches between these two sides have all had red cards. The first 2 and the last 4. You can even add a cup match a few years back, which also had a red card. So let's just say 7 out of 10.
So what you're saying, Robbie, is 14 minutes in, there's still plenty of twists. Probably some controversy to come.
A sneaking suspicion, since the rain has come as well, that this one's going to have it all. And it's Sydney who are giving it all at the moment. Mack has done brilliantly, and it's a good stop from Philip Curto.
So this is the point, Robbie, about Robbie Mack. Outside the penalty area, comme ci, comme ça, does some good things, done some regulation things. Inside the penalty area, his game changes. That is a really sharp turn. Not a lot of players in the comp would just think to try that, and then to force Philip Curto into such a good save.
Caceres, oh, it's a great ball for Mack, who races away again. Robbie Mack, one way then the other, it's still there. And the flag again goes up for offside late. It wouldn't have counted. Again, Caceres and Mack causing plenty of problems. It's a good ball in towards Courtney Perkins. Referee blows the whistle. Has a good look. Penalty. He's been bundled over by Keely Adamson. It'll be checked for offside. But in terms of the contact, referee Alireza Fagani seemed not to hesitate.
Well, that's not going to tell us the answer. If that's the contact point there, how can they tell?
Well, that's the ball onto the chest perhaps, but not necessarily the...
Not necessarily Adamson into the back,
It is very, very close, isn't it?
And look, you're the reader of FIFA statutes, but if there's nothing conclusive, it's got to go with the referee's call. And if we can't find a television camera that...
Well, here we're going to have the referee who's going to tell us himself what he has decided for the first time in A-League history. Let's have a listen to Alireza Fagani.
The decision is red card for number 20 of Macarthur for denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
So the referee has said that's going to be a red card for Keely Adamson. Well, it's a red card for Keely Adamson, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick from just outside the box. Well, things going from bad to worse for Macarthur FC.
Yeah.
Clayton Lewis. Davila with Vojica. Well, this is where Sydney can hurt you. Oh, look, there's no one at home for Sydney. Clayton Lewis drives it across. Oh, and what a chance for Valère-Germain. Well, there you would put your house on the Frenchman to equalise, and the bench can't believe it.
Incredible chance. And again, more signs that Sydney have not off the ball, just as they're tired maybe and losing concentration. It's an incredible chance to equalise.
We know that Macarthur are late finishers. Lolly, it's a good effort. Oh, it's better than that. It is an absolute screamer. Joe Lolly with one of the goals of the season. And now Sydney do have that 2-0 lead.
Well, on the Harvey Norman replay, if anything can be said to improve this picture, I certainly don't have the words. It's a terrific run from Jordan Courtney Perkins to open up the play. And then from that point on, even Philip Curto, with the buzz cut, has had the remainder of his hair singed as that ball has flown past. I don't think anyone can believe it. It was totally brilliant from Lolly.
And it will be the Mariners and Phoenix away in the first leg. Courtney Perkins does well. Here's Burgess again. Burgess still shoots. It's a great save from Curto. Kucharski trying to bend it. It took a touch off Curto. Well, it looked to have done so.
It's a good effort in the end from Kucharski. He just hesitated to go for the first time finish because the last effort from him, he didn't control. Burgess causing trouble. It's a strong parry from Philip Curto, and it's a clever, definitely a corner.
Mack to the edge of the area. Burgess, Alireza Fagani almost got in the way of Max Burgess there. Free kick given. Just to give you some idea of how special that strike was from Joe Lolly. On the XG, it was 0.027. It's basically less than 3 times out of 100 you'd score that goal.
What does the XG say about blowing your thigh on the other leg at the same time?
Or if you've already done it, if you're doing it with you hit it with your left from there, with a right hammy that's just given way, it would take it down another couple of notches. Would explain the rather calm celebration as well, because he didn't go charging off towards the cove. Mac, Kucharski, oh, and there's three! Jaden Kucharski picking up the ball from Robbie Mack and just steering it beyond the hapless dive of Philip Curto. And the Bulls are heading home with their tail between their legs at Sydney FC midway through the second half, who take a 3-0 lead.
Well, Harvey Norman replay shows the giveaway from De Silva, and Jaden Kucharski's had 3 chances and gotten closer each time, culminating in this one, making it 3 for Sydney. And you'd think now the Bulls for this season are for the knackering.
A despairing dive from Philip Curto. Holman finds De Silva. Vujica. His cross, it's a good ball for Germain at the back post. Valère Germain, it's blocked, the follow-up, cleared off the line, brilliant from Rodwell. Somehow it stays out. Germain goes again, drives it in, there's the header from De Silva, and now Vujica can't keep it down as he stabbed it over the crossbar.
Well, that would have given the Bulls a shock in a positive sense, but really desperate, and commendably so defending from Sydney. Nice ball from Vujica. Germain firing the ball in, and it's Walter Scott who finds Rodwell on the line. Great reaction from Jack Rodwell. I think then it was Ryan Grant who was the second Sydney player. No, well, Grant was in the frame.
Caceres with Burgess. He's made a difference since coming on. Burgess, the square ball, and there is number 4. And Robbie Mack, if he is leaving the club at the end of this season, he is looking to do so on a high. It's another double for him after the brace last week. And if they are to do without Joe Lolley, they will need a Robbie Mack in fine form in front of goal. His 10th of the season.
Or indeed, Robbie, on the Harvey Norman replay, maybe a Max Burgess cutting a swathe through opposing defensive territory, which he's done since he's come on. Look, wide-eyed to the opportunity. And across the face of the goal for the Slovak Mack to make it 4. 2 for the night for Robbie, 4 for Sydney, and 11 now in 2 home games for Sydney FC.
8 goals in his last 11 matches after scoring just 2 in the first 16 of the season.
So Sydney FC dismantling a 10-man Macarthur side at Allianz Stadium to book their spot in the semi-finals, where they'll now face either Central Coast Mariners or Wellington Phoenix. Join us after the break as we bring you the remaining Isuzu UTE A-League Elimination Final from Amy Park, where Melbourne Victory faced off against fierce rivals Melbourne City. Welcome back to the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlight Show. The remaining elimination final promised to be a spectacular one as third-place Melbourne Victory hosted sixth-place Melbourne City in a winner-takes-all showdown at Amy Park. Having won their last encounter in the league, Melbourne Victory were out to secure back-to-back wins over their neighbours for the first time since 2018, in what will be just the second ever meeting between these two sides in the final series, the first match ending in a 3-0 win for Victory. As for Melbourne City, Aurelio Vidmar's side are in a good vein of form heading into the showdown, having won their last 3 games of the season to ensure they finished inside the finals positions, and they were hoping this wouldn't prove to be an early end to their campaign in what would therefore be both captain Jamie McLaren and all-time leading appearance holder Curtis Good's final games for the club. Your match commentators at Amy Park are Daniel McBreen and Simon Hill.
Up against Daniel Arzani.
this afternoon. Jabbed forward by Teague, but City have it back. Arslan, nice angle ball here for Matt Leckie. Wide left is Leo Natel. He's going to have a go here. Oh, what a save from Paul Izzo! That is a really, really good stop. Right out of the top drawer, because that was heading for the top corner.
Yeah, well, we're right behind that, aren't we, Simon? And as Leo Natel pulls it back on his right, comes off his boot, and you think that's flying into the top corner. But what a save from Izzo.
Natel has found a goal-scoring form of late. 4 goals in his last 6 matches. And he was almost preparing to celebrate. That was a really good hit, but what a save. Arslan's corner, a bit deeper this time. Headed out by Miranda. Here's Vicente Fernandez. Supriyan. And Fernandez in behind, and he will reach it. And they appeal for handball, and Alex King had a good view of it and says penalty. Damien De Silva disputes it. Roderick Miranda with the outstretched arm, and the Queensland official had no doubts. It's Arslan against Izzo. And Izzo with another magnificent stop. That is outstanding goalkeeping, because that had a fair bit of pace on it from Arslan. That's just a really, really good save. Woods, Supriyan back post, Jakalic at the near. Goes towards the middle, and it's nodded in by Samuel Supriyan. The ricochet from the corner favoured the big defender at the back post, and he looped it over Paul Izzo, and City leads after 29 minutes.
Well, it's number 10 from corners for the season for Melbourne City, and they worked it to perfection. On the Harvey Norman replay, you'll see there, I think it's Leo Natel that just gets up and helps it on at the near post. It's a good ball in to the near post area, and you see Samuel Supriyan at the back post. He just guides it back across goal, back where it comes from, and that's a hard one for the keeper. Nothing Izzo can do there. A delicate, guided header from Supriyan after the flick on from Natel, and it's 1-0 City.
Real determination shown by both him and Arslan. Look at this. This is squabbling over very small patches of turf, and now there's a problem as Mashash and Natel get involved in a bust-up, and it's a free-for-all with everybody involved here. Goodness me, Alex King has got some sorting out to do. I can tell you that Zinedine Mashash has been issued with a red card. Straight red for violent conduct. And Melbourne Victory are not only down a goal, they're also now down a man. A lot to play out here, but Arslan looking to give City a 2-goal cushion. Leo Natel, it's another really top-draw save from Paul Izzo. Make that 3 in this first half. Space between the lines here for Tolga Arslan. He has Leo Natel wide left. Danger brewing here for Victory. Tolga Arslan. Izzo again. He's almost keeping them out single-handedly, which is how he made that particular save. That could yet all change. Here's Casey Boss. Gets in behind Ugarkovic. The comeback, big chance! Late drama in Melbourne. Nishan Valupale, the boyhood Victory fan, has rescued Victory's finals dreams with only 2.5 minutes to play. The two substitutes combining. Casey Boss brought on just for this moment, Macca.
Well, 100%. Harvey Norman replay shows Casey Boss working hard to get in behind, and he just pulls it back towards the penalty spot. Look at the ball from Miranda. And then it's just the aggression to head forward and get in behind his defender, and only one player was getting on the end of that. Nishan Valupale reacts quickest, tucks it away, and just when time looked like it was running out, Victory step up and answer with an equalising goal to Nishan Valupale.
De Silva. Forward by Jago. Caputo's time to turn. And plays it out wide towards Leo Natel. Victory backtracking. It's Leo Natel still with the Brazilian. Iso again. He just will not be beaten. Still there for City. Antonis and Caputo. The header drifts wide, and Paul Iso. It's like he just scored in the cup final.
Tell you what, Leo Natel is going to have nightmares about Paul Izzo tonight. He has answered everything he's thrown at him.
Valupale, he's got no help. But can he produce something special? He was almost away there and he was caught, and there's going to be a card. And it's just a yellow, but it's a second yellow, of course, for Curtis Good, whose Melbourne City career may well end on that sour note if they go out tonight. Valupale did brilliantly. 4 additional minutes. Teague's corner. And City have got in a mess. And Jamie Young somehow reaches up and tips the ball over the crossbar. Incredible late drama. And that is the final act in a quite compelling drama. And so, this second elimination final will go to penalties. Miranda puts it into the corner, and Young guessed the right way. I think he got a hand to it, but it was too good. Every kick, the pressure increases. Antonis and Izzo stands big once again. What a night he has had. Damien De Silva, and again Young guessed the right way. And I think again he got a hand to it, but again he couldn't keep it out. Massive kick for City. Izzo's done it again! Quite extraordinary the night he's had. Goalkeeper against goalkeeper here for a 3-1 lead for Victory. And he thumps it into the back of the net. Everything he touches turns to gold, Paul Izzo tonight. The 5th and final City penalty. Jago and Izzo sends Melbourne Victory through to the semi-finals and a meeting with Wellington Phoenix with his 3rd save of a quite extraordinary performance. What a night for Paul Izzo. What a night for Melbourne Victory. And well might they hoist their goalkeeper onto the captain's shoulders. What an heroic performance from Paul Izzo. It's Victory in the semi-finals as they end Melbourne City's season and also end the campaign undefeated in all 4 Melbourne derbies.
A quite incredible game at Amy Park as Paul Izzo saved 4 penalties and scored the decisive spot kick to send Melbourne Victory through to the semi-finals, where they will now face Wellington Phoenix over 2 legs for a spot in the grand final. That's all we've got time for on this week's edition of the Isuzu UTE A-League Highlights Show. We'll see you next time.